How do you use Sudo for installing a Linux distro? Imagine setting up a new computer or upgrading your current one. You might wonder how to get the necessary permissions to install a Linux distribution. Well, that's where the command called sudo comes into play. Sudo stands for superuser do, and it helps you run commands with higher privileges. When you install a Linux distro or its software, you often need to make system-wide changes. These changes requiring root access, which is the highest level of permission on a Linux system. Most Linux distributions come with sudo already installed. If it's not there, you need to install it first. To do that, you log in as the root user or use the su command to switch to the root account. Then, you run a command like apt-get install sudo if you are using a Debian-based system, or yum install sudo if you are on a Red Hat-based system. On Arch Linux, you would use pacman's sudo. Remember, installing sudo itself requires root privileges, so you need to be logged in as root or switch to root first. Once sudo is installed, you need to give your user permission to use it. This is done by adding your username to the sudo group or wheel group, depending on your Linux distribution. You can do this with a command like usermod ag sudo username or usermod ag wheel username. This step is important because it allows you to run commands with elevated privileges without logging in as root directly, which is safer. Now, when you want to install software or update your system, you just type sudo before your command. For example, to update your package list, you would type sudo apt-get update. To install a package, you type sudo apt-get install package name. When you press enter, you will be prompted to enter your user password. After that, the command runs with root privileges, making the necessary system changes. During the installation of a Linux distribution from a live USB or CD, the installer runs with root privileges by default. But if you need to run commands manually during the process, you use sudo. It's a handy way to perform system tasks without exposing the root password or risking security issues. Using sudo instead of switching to root directly makes your system safer because it limits what commands can be run and keeps a record of actions. The sudoers file controls who can use sudo and what they can do. You can edit this file with the vsudo command to customize permissions, making sure only trusted users can perform sensitive tasks. In summary, to use sudo for installing a Linux distribution or its components, you ensure it's installed and configured, add your user to the sudo group, and then prefix commands with sudo. This approach keeps your system secure while giving you the power to make necessary changes. It's a simple yet effective way to manage your Linux system during installation and beyond.